Well done, Cascat. Sneezing his head. Push it a button. Live in 10.
Shall we play a game?
G'day, viewers. Oh, that's a big gulp. Here we go. Live again. This time on the Xbox, which means I have to face this way to see the Xbox. Unfortunately, the camera's up there and it doesn't have a cable long enough to put it over here. So, you guys are used to it, surely. Looks like the Xbox sound is going out. If someone could confirm that, that would be good. My voice looks okay. Hello, Mark B. Hello, that train guy. Ooh, Microsoft Defender just blocked an activity from OBS. Unblock. Just do what you're told. All right, cool. Okay, Xbox it is. Now, something that occurs to me, oops, I didn't do last night, was I didn't show people the rail journeys for Bahnstrecke Salzburg, Rosenhiem. So, it's called Rural Rail, and there's the taps. They are a change in, which is just the introductory set. There's giving 111%, which is kind of sad, with some passenger services. About 6 hours of gameplay there. Cab Ride, which is the introduction to the cabby thingy, of course. The cab car. Flip Flop, which is basically just a bunch of services and scenarios going backwards and forwards in different directions. And S-Rank, which is the introduction to the 4024. Superbahn, which is the S3 services using the 4024. And Europlaner, I think. And that's the introduction for the 185.2. On Tracks. Oh dear. And we've got our 5th scenario back by the looks of things. So why don't we... let's get out of there, get out of journeys, choose route. Everybody likes choosing a route. Bahnstrecke. Do we have 5 scenarios? No, we've only got 4, but I believe on Steam there's now 5. So I hope that the 5th one comes along to here. Yes, the cabby thing, that train guy. It's a technical term. Alright. This is a bit loud for me. I'll just make it quieter for me rather than you guys, because it should be okay for you guys, I think, if you can hear the Xbox. What I thought we might do... We went to Salzburg yesterday in a 111, so let's grab a 111. I don't know if you just saw my other half game flying past then. But she did, and I'm sure you'll see her again. I was thinking what we should probably do is... We went to Salzburg, so we should go the other way, shouldn't we? Oh, we have to use the cab car, don't we, to go the other way? Well, I don't want to do that, so let's, pre-lessing on an empty stock, empty depot move, no. Let's do this one, Rosenhiem, and it's 6:39. Let's get our time right, so let's go into customize weather. Let's turn off dynamic weather this time. So we actually remembered. So even I can remember shit. And let's go with February. No, not foggy. Light clouds. That's what we want. Okay, good. Let us begin. Now, one thing for sure I noticed yesterday, I don't know if there's been an update overnight. Hello, Maverick again. I don't know if there's been an update overnight, but I did find that the B button, acknowledging CIFA, was a little poor. I have given that feedback. You had to press it 3 times, which is kind of annoying. All right, let's get the train set up. Yeah, I do hate doing this with controller. And that one. Forward. Let's get the brake key in. I really should buy a better controller that's got a bit better control, shouldn't I? Because my controller's a little bit pox. Alright, now let's open the door, get up. Oh, actually, you know, we should have, before we do that, let's open the passenger doors. That'd be a good idea. And let's turn on the lights for them too. That might also be a good idea. Okay, lights on for the packs. Let's get out the door. Seeing chat will be a little bit harder for me tonight. Because, why am I getting out the door? Because PZB and CIFA are at this end. So because the B key is a little poor, or B button, I'll be using a keyboard with my Xbox. There's CIFA. And in Dussie. So it's the left-handed Dussie switch. I did also get some feedback overnight on both my tutorial and something that we were talking about during the live stream. So I'll chat about those too during the run. So let me just look at who that actually was, because I want to thank them. That was, to do comments. No, I want them all. And it was Moshna2301, who has been quite helpful. His channel name is SWA. So, quite helpful person. Good information, good feedback. Always good to get feedback. Try the DB101. Well, we could do the DB101, but let's do this one on the Xbox first, because that's what people are oinking to see. Oinking? Aiken, something like that. It's time to lock the doors. Let's do that. Oh, I've got the shitty HUD. Hang on a tick. That button. Okay. Let's go and put on... I actually hate the way these menus work on the consoles. It bores me to tears. Extractability. HUD type. It mustn't remember the HUD type, you know. I don't want the score. Current speed. No. Okay. And apply. Back. HUD and gameplay. Next signal aspect is off. Good. Track monitor is on. Those things all look like they're... Yeah, they all look pretty much fine. Traction lock. No. Hidden. I want to be surprised. Let's put the sway up a bit. More sway. And that's the head-out camera. What else do we have? The external camera. Free roam. That's what we want, isn't it? Surely that's all we want. Actually, you know, it doesn't really matter because I've got a keyboard. Anyway, all good. Apply. Back. Right. Okay. I've shut the doors. And brakes off. Now, the thing that SWA told me, something I was doing wrong, if I had tapped up like this, and then I was saying you could just go straight back to throttle off, this is apparently really bad for the machine, and it makes things go bang, zzzt. So you shouldn't actually do that. So I'll be making a supplement to my tutorial, I think, because so many people have watched it already. I don't really want to kill it. So let's jump on the outside camera. So we've got Xbox. It's safe to release. That's that one, isn't it? And CIFA. There we go. There's my PZB buttons. So frame rate's not so amazing on the Xbox S as it was on the PC. We're getting 24 frames a second. I mean, it's not terrible. That's about the same speed as a movie. So movies are about 24 to 25 FPS. It's not horrible. But it could certainly be better. There we go. We're up to 30 now. So 30 is a modern wide picture movie. I do run my Xbox in 2K. Alright, let's get some speed happening. More grunt. We definitely run the DB101. I might do a little short run on the 4024 too, because it's been ages since I've been in that thing. Ooh, we're back down into the mid-20s, low 20s now on the frame rate. That's not so hot. I am kind of looking forward to the, let's try the B button. No, 1, 2, 3 presses. Yeah, so it did believe me on the 3rd press. So that's quite poor. So if you're playing with an Xbox, instead of using your B button to acknowledge CIFA, plug in a keyboard and go for the Q key. I think that would be advantageous. Now I have to run down the taps, and this is based on the advice of SWA. Run down the taps first, and then go to off to reset it. Don't just jump down while it's still running down the taps. Now, as it happens, that one had already cut the power off, so it probably wouldn't actually hurt it to go there. Ah, what? Yep, CIFA, thank you. Right, let's try that again. I do find the tap up down throttle a little easier to control with the controller, but I'm going to have to pay attention to CIFA, or it's just going to keep biting me, which would be embarrassing. There it is there. Okay, now it's safe to go outside, and gratuitous switch shot. So we should do that, and we should do one of these things. That'll do. Autofocus on, and go. Go. Actually, I should have done save and upload, shouldn't I? Silly. I think it's time for some more speed, don't you? We're going off to Bad Endorf again. We always think Bad Endorf sounds like something that happens to you after you've had a bit of a curry. Ew. I'm not actually sure if the route's gone live yet. It won't have on Steam, but it might have on consoles. Anybody got it yet? Being naughty. You know me. I'm pretty good at being naughty. There you go. So we can go run up again now. Because we're allowed to do 140. Why don't I have speed indications showing on the track monitor? Let's just pop back out to the menu for a moment, because I'm noticing that I'm not having any... No, I don't want to restart the game. We go into options. And I want to go there. Because, why don't I have some things? Next signal aspect is off. Speed limit HUD. Next signal HUD. Track monitor on. Markers shown on track monitor. Shown. That's hidden. So when I hid that, everything else went away, didn't it? That's broken, because I don't want the actual markers on there, but I do want to see the actual thing. So let's just put this back on and see if that influences anything. It might be a bug. Yep, look at that. There's a signal just turned up on my track monitor. So if you turn off the traction interlock, it turns the other things off on the track monitor. That's a bit boring. We'll see if we get speed zones back again. I don't see one at the moment, but... Super. It's a bit better than doing it in the fog. Actually looks clearer on the stream than it does on the game. It's weird. But that's okay. Oops, he's being naughty again. Bad TSD. That'll do. 142 will be fine, says he. The Xbox controller rumbling away. Bit of a frame rate suffer when you do that, isn't it? Can you see him through the windows? Super. I've got the door open. Wanker. I thought it was loud. Just let the speed start drifting down anyway, because we have got a change in speed zones coming up. I should probably start thinking about doing something about that speed zone. And dynamic brake. Using all the dynamic brakes now. For those who have just joined us, hello Patriotol61, hello Daniel. How are you guys? Now I better switch this back to air brakes before I forget. Otherwise, when I try and stop, it could be embarrassing. For those of you who have just joined, I've discovered that the B button is not properly resetting CIFAR on the controller. So, B, you can't see that, can you? B. It's not properly resetting CIFAR, which is a bit annoying. Frame rates are from tolerable to okay. We're in the okay range at the moment. I think anything above 28 is pretty good on this thing. Good that you're good, Daniel. So I'm using the Q key on my keyboard to reset CIFAR. Nice little, whoops, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Nice little lake over there. Ooh, there's boats. Well, that's cool. I didn't notice that when I played on PC before. Ooh, look at the hideous frame rate when you're in the branches. Ooh. Jesus, low here, isn't it? 20, sub 20. That's not so hot. So, maybe needs a touch of optimization around here, I think. It's a bit low indeed. It's better in the cab. 24. 24 is about the minimum that's acceptable. Three kilometres to Bad Endorf. So console players, Is 23 okay? Got to take the kids to school. That's a good thing to do, Patriotal61. Very good thing to do. Sure, the kids probably don't think it's a very good thing to do, but, you know, munchkins don't always know what's right. Bit more oomph. I'm finding the tap changes a lot better with... no, wrong one. Acknowledge. And Sifa. All at the bloody same time. Help me! And now I've got to get down to 85 Ks. That's done. That's fine. And I think I'm being stopped anyway, am I? No. The brakes are coming off. Yes, brakes are coming off. I'll have to go to throttle off to reset this thing. Which I shouldn't have done before I let it run down, but that's fine. Everything happened at once then, and I pressed the wrong button. Because I'm used to having box, and I don't have another USB port on the console to plug in box. And I can release, apparently. Probably put on a little bit of... Oops, no, wrong button. That button. Let's put on a little bit of power. Just to stop ourselves stopping a tad early. Hold. That's better. Lovely. Patriotal says the kids like school, so it's all good. Might catch you if you get back. You're still on. Very good. Have a safe journey to school. Hope they have a good day. Henry, hello. How are you? I don't think I've seen you pop up in the chat before, so welcome. Let's run that down. And off. So we wobble our way into the station here. Frame rate's rather low here too. It's a 25's tolerable, but you know, below 25, not so hot. So I'll offer some feedback that it's not too happy on the Xbox S. Driver's brake run doesn't really seem to do much. 3 does. Let's put some brakes on. There's no magnet with this signal, so I won't have to acknowledge here. You know, I was hoping to get away with one brake application, but clearly not. Let's come in close before we open the doors. Let's see when he gets out. Right doors. Don't you hate it when you think about that when you're looking backwards along the train? And you go, is it on the right or the left? Daniel says, I press the wrong button now and again. I press triangle and end up standing up instead of circle. PlayStation man. Yes. Yes. If you've got the root, Daniel, is circle working to acknowledge Sifa on the PlayStation? Because it's... I have to press the button, press and hold, 3 long presses to get it to acknowledge on the Xbox, which is kind of low quality. What's that thing? It's like some kind of sensor or something. Oh, time to go. See if I can do this blind, huh? Squeaky horn. Mm. 23 FPS. I was just looking up the end of the platform there going, am I running through a red signal? But I guess not. It's okay, because it didn't spad. Alright, back into the cab, or not. There we go, back into the cab. It went a bit fuzzy when we came back, didn't it? And then it cleared up. I have seen some games do that. Off we go to Prian Tipsy. Frame rate from hell. Soccer fields with the goals sideways. Oh, it's funny. There was an invisible wall and I hit the light pole. It pushed me past it. I've got out of the world. I just hit by a car and I got pushed out of the world. I'm under the road. Ah, well. Control Zero to the rescue. Finishing Control Zero on this train. Okay, it worked in here. Hey, that's interesting. I do Control Zero and it splashes the little compass thing. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen it do that before. I think we need some more power, don't we? See, I'm learning things as we play too. I'm not actually sure, Daniel, to be honest. I thought it was out now, like at 7 o'clock. Hello, Gav. But apparently not. Maybe it's coming out at 9. Maybe I got my times wrong or something. Frame rate's gotten a bit better here. Of course we're in a tree. Wouldn't be Train Sim World if we weren't in a tree. You know, I certainly like the frame rate on my PC better than what I'm getting on the Xbox. So what do you guys think? What is the minimum frame rate that's acceptable? And I'm sure if I ran this at 1080p it'd probably be better, but I'm running it at 2K. 10 AM UK time. Fair enough, Daniel. That does sound about right, actually. So it's not far to wait then. What have you got? 2 hours? 2.5 hours. I thought that was an untextured wall for a moment, but it's not. It's just the patterning. Trying not to speed so much tonight. The distant mountains are working on the Xbox, so that's good. That bit's pleasing. Switched over to the dynamic brake. So the mountains don't look too bad on the Xbox, to be honest. I think there's clouds on the mountains. Even that looks alright. Don't mind that. Usually it puts a lot of air brake on and then it puts on the dynamics and almost completely releases. In fact, it has completely released the air brakes now. I'm hearing brake hiss, but no movement on the brake needle there. Rather heavy brake application it put on there. I did find out from the same person, SWA, who confirmed that this Hobie Ab Bremsung is a feature of this train, and what it basically means is it's going to apply extra braking pressure when that's on. So it brakes harder when you brake a little bit. And it comes on at about, I think, 80 kilometers an hour, and it goes off again at about 45. So we'll see it go out soon. As we come in here to Prian Timsey. Why is it every second I look at the chat, it's 1.5 hours. Oh, that means I could have run earlier yesterday. So I could have run at 8 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock yesterday. That would have been nicer. Comba Quick says, hi, have they nailed the physics of this loco? Does it feel good to drive? It's not awful to drive, not bad by a long way. V for Vitty, good in a bend to you too. I assume that's a good thing. Is it bad to drive? No. Have they nailed the physics as per a 111? Oops, I should stop. I really couldn't tell you, to be honest, but it feels like a train. Interestingly, its brakes seem stronger on the Xbox than they do on the PC, which is a bit weird, but that's okay. It's our little Dosto doors opening up again. And we have here got... Oops. You can drive these services. I'm not sure you can drive the 928, to be honest. I wonder if that's a static model. Does it ever go anywhere? Yes, look at that. Perfect queue. How route does the 928 come from? So it's layering in from somewhere, that's for sure. Alright, let's get out of here. Even though they're beating us out. No, they're not. They're going to stop at a signal. Because we have the path. Oh, yes. I had an issue stopping back there, didn't I? I have to go to run off. Throttle off. And back to run up now. This time it should work. Yes, there we go. Lovely. It's got to about 8. Let's hold there. So the poor little 928 got to wait for us. 8:31 AM there now, Daniel. Are you in daylight savings or something? 928 is the back of the 628. Really? Are you pulling my leg? What? Oh, stuck behind a bloody wall. Over the wall. Huh. Well, how about that? I didn't know that. Some ambassador I am. Thank you, Gav. Maverick says the red 628 layers in from Niddletalbarn. 928 is the cab car. I genuinely didn't know that. I assume the 628 nicks off down this little branch line over here that, I don't know if we can go there. I think probably not. Super. Always cool to get in a chat with... Oops, I went into the power throttle. It's not what I want. Always cool to get into a chat with you guys, because you know stuff. It's quite sad that I've never noticed that before, isn't it? Let's take a 628 for a run. I haven't driven a 628 for a long time. And after all, we're here to see the route. Oops. About to get hit in the face with a pantograph. Whack. 110 zone coming up, but we're not even there yet. But I think I will start running down the taps. Ooh, a green frame rate. So we have got 110 coming up. So we'll just cruise on through at 100 and a bit. Look at the mountains look from outside. Yeah, not too bad at all, are they? I think they're quite acceptable for an Xbox. I like the way the clouds cluster around the top of the mountain too. That's good. Now that's a house. That's a serious house. Imagine being that rich that you could have that house. Elliot said, hello Elliot. How are things going down under? Warm. I think summer's finally arrived. 30 Celsius today. We're going to have 38 Celsius tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. Gradually cruising down towards the next station, which is only a kilometre away. The 628 does have services, yes. What else do we go? Daniel says, not yet, our clocks go forward at the end of March. I'll have to think about that when I come on my holiday, because I'm coming in May and June. Halfway through May I turn up. How good are the brakes, you ask? Well, we're finding out. Sifa. Currently on very heavy dynamics, but we did have a very heavy air brake before that. I think the brake's quite good. In fact, I better release them. So stopping a touch early. See if it recognises this stop. There it does. That's fine. Okay, door's open. That way. Better put a bit of brake on, hadn't I? Look at all these poor people having to walk up to the train here. Because this mean driver is making them walk from all the way up there. She's got a turtleneck sweater. That's new. The backpack's new. And there's another turtleneck lady. It's good to see things like backpacks and things coming into the game. These two are wearing the same jumper. It looks like a bald version of Harry Potter. Yeah, no, there's Harry Potter, the one in the red top, definitely. I'm easily amused, aren't I? Bye-bye, people. It's your own fault. You should have made the driver drive better. Okay, can I run up? Have I still got brakes on or something stupid? And it's not going to run up because I have traction lock. Right, now I don't have traction lock. And I can go. Alright. Gav says, I has been so hot. Do you want to see hot? Elliot says, go forward at the end of March. Let me just find you guys a screenshot. There it is. That is a screenshot of the temperature reading in the cab of my steam engine. 68 degrees Celsius. That was warm, and that was on a 34-degree day. Daniel says it's a rather chilly 3 degrees where you are. Well, that's lovely. And Gav is from Queensland. Excellent. My wife's family lived inland from the Gold Coast for a while. She went up to Cairns last year, I think, or the year before. Last year, maybe. I didn't go. I had some piss poor excuse. Elliot says it's cold. Yes. In summer, when I go there in mid-May, I'll be going to visit the Bluebell Railway, the Volks Electric Railway, the West Somerset Railway, the Tallyclin, Festiniog, the Welsh Highland Railway, Langolflin. Where else am I going? The Crick Tramway Village. That could potentially get replaced by the Severn Valley Railway, though. I haven't quite decided, because I haven't booked that end of accommodation yet. Then I'll be in Manchester with friends for 4 days, hanging out for a little while, spending most of our time exploring and getting pissed. Then I'll be going off with a couple of people from the channel, actually, potentially. Going off to visit the National Railway Museum and the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. And then finally I come down to Chatham for a couple of days and visit DTG. And then I go home. So, quite looking forward to that. Should be pretty good. I will be publishing the days that I'm on particular railways. If people want to... Ooh, it's an interesting structure. Have a look. I didn't notice this yesterday because we ended up in the fog. That looks like it should have a track in there, doesn't it? I wonder if it ever did. Could have been a freight depot of some kind at some point in its life. Quite an interesting structure. Of course, Sifa's going to bite me any second now. It really looks like it would have had a train in it at some point. It's kind of cool. Nice to get a fresh asset. But if people want... I'll be publishing the list of railways and what days I'll be going there. I won't be publishing when and where I'm travelling or staying. But for obvious reasons. But if you want to come and visit a heritage railway and spend some time, that would be fine. The only exception to that is Tallyclin, because Tallyclin recognised the qualifications for my railway, because my railway and Tallyclin are sister railways. So I'm hopeful that I'll be allowed to fire on Tallyclin, because that would be fun. If not, I'll just ride it like everybody else does. Should I speed up? 2Ks to go. Yes, no, I'm going to be late, but you know. It's DB. DB's always late. Yeah, stop your whinging, Sifa. You know it's true. I think I won't speed up because the station's coming. I think I might even slow down. It does brake quite hard initially and then it comes off again. So it brakes hard till the dynamic brake comes on. Or I think they're probably regenerative brakes rather than dynamics. Just seems to be the way. Richie Rail says Severn Valley Railway is a solid shout. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I'm kind of torn because I do actually like heritage trams. So the Crick Tramway Village is pretty good. Now, I do have a day on a canal boat, which I could substitute because there is a fairly strong possibility, still waiting to find out for sure, that I might actually be able to ride on a friend of a friend's canal boat, a private one, and not have to do one of the tourist ones, which would free up a day, because I'm going to be in that area anyway where that boat is on that day, because that's the day before all the Manchester stuff, and I'm going to go there a day early. That would free up the slot for the Severn Valley Railway, so yeah, it's a possibility. So as soon as I hear back, I'll organise that end of my trip properly. I've booked the important hotel, the first and last nights. No, not throttle. Clown. Brakes. I think we should go look for collectibles, don't you? You know, it's what you do when you're late. You go faffing around the station. Let's go see what we can find. Anything back here? Ooh. Can we walk through the hedge? No. I did find an escape route yesterday. If people were watching, they would have seen that. I assume we can go down there. Any collectibles down here? There's a route map. Ah. At least they're all nice and sharp and crisp. It's good to see. We have had route maps that are a bit fuzzy in some recent versions. Another good one. Nice reflections in the glass there. I have asked, is the PIS working on the Xbox? Looks like it. I did ask Matt why we couldn't get that kind of reflection on trains. He didn't like the idea. And here's the other one, of course. Every driver is an avid gardener and puts a plant in the piss pot. We should probably go. She needs a scar on her forehead, doesn't she? She is Harry Potter. Headphones. You know, the headphones are cool, mate. Not that. No ponytails. See, if you're going to do long hair, do it properly, except his is a hoodie. No, I don't want to give it up. I'm coming back. Honest. Get the doors shut while I'm closing this one. It's a meaty door. It's a nice thunk. Brakes off. Let's see if the Xbox is programmed the same way in the throttle. No, it's not. It's using the air brakes to stop the slippage, which is an interesting approach to doing it. I've actually seen it used on a normal train. Railway X, hello, welcome. Nice to have you here. And Casper Janusuk, I guess. Why you sideways, my boy? Ah, why not? Cruising on our way to Bergen. And that signal's not mine, it's okay. The people who have joined the stream recently, we have discovered the frame rates are not that amazing on the Xbox S, so I'll feed that back to Dovetail. The other thing I've discovered is that the B key, when you're acknowledging CIFA, I have to press it 3 times to get it to acknowledge. So I'm using the Q key on my keyboard rather than the B key. This looks like an interesting bridge up here. I think we should get ready for a gratuitous bridge shot if I can get there. The train's going to beat me there. Right, we'll pop out when the train gets into the bridge. I hope we can get out. Okay, whee! There we go. Gratuitous bridge shot. The distant hills and mountains are looking pretty good. I quite like the way they've been done. That's a new drawing technique, I'm told. It amuses me when you come back into the cab, you get the sound of the tap, or it's possibly even the sound of the MCB playing. We should probably speed up, shouldn't we? I'll be even later than I am now. Maximum juice. Now we've got a 1:30 coming up. We're not in any danger of going faster than that at the moment. Oh, why am I facing sideways? I'm sorry. I just realised what you meant. I'm facing sideways because my normal streaming PC is here and faces this way. And I normally face there. But on the Xbox, I use another monitor over here because the Xbox can't drive my big monitor. If I plug the Xbox into the 5K monitor, the poor little Xbox S just goes bleh, and dies. So I have to face this way, I'm afraid. Sifa. Try and get our speed back up a little bit. So it's very much a rural route. Look at that, 18 frames per second. Now what's causing that? Is it the train or is it the local? It's something over there causing that. There's a bad asset in there somewhere. Bad asset, not well optimized. Oops, I did it again. Not allowed to go to throttle off while you're running down. You have to run down to 0 before you go to throttle off. The reason you're supposed to let it run down before you go to throttle off was from a viewer named SMA, who pointed out to me that you would get a massive electrical arc. I think I should probably release these. Oh, he's getting his ball. There was someone in my front yard. I guess I can forgive them for going in there to get their ball. Richie Rail says, that's why I don't have face cams, otherwise it'd always be sideways. Well, the only reason I don't move the camera over here is because the cable's not long enough. Otherwise I'd just put it over here on top of the Xbox screen. I have clearly slowed down too much. Oops. Let's go faster. More speed. More speed. Overreacted on the brake, started talking to you, didn't notice that I'm a long way from the station. That's life. At least I've gotten through PZB unscathed so far. Trains, kits, etc. Hello. He's sideways and upside down because that's how we do things in Australia. Well, yes, that's how we drive. We do drive on our roof. Ah, I did it again. Yeah, very naughty. He's not the Messiah, he's just a very naughty boy. Mom. Be a nice place to live in the shadow of the Alps, wouldn't it? We don't have any mountains like the Alps in Australia. There's another pretty serious sort of set of buildings up there. Nice little town. Looks fairly nicely populated. I couldn't tell you if it reflects reality or not. I'm stopping much too early again. At least I won't recognise it this time because we're not in the station. Yes, we are, but we haven't actually stopped. Just looking at the town. It's a pretty town. Looks like quite a nice station too. So there's definitely some fresh assets for this route. Oops, pole. Stop now, shouldn't I? This box train's in my way. Can I look under it? No, to go over it. I'll open my doors. That'd be a good idea. Let's have a look at the station. Oops. Bonked by someone. There's another plant to be collected there. What have we got outside the station? Anything? We can see the secret spawn point. Ooh, looky dooky. There's a hole under that station. And people who just drop from the air. This is what it looks like when they spawn. They normally hide these spawn points. But you can get there on the outside camera quite often. That's a bit of a floaty station. We should probably leave too. I'm going to try and put some power on now. Will it? No. So it is the same as the PC version. Because I did it with the traction lock on, it got mad at me. There we go. It's sad when the horn button is louder than the horn. Richie Rail says, so he's facing left. Well, I'm facing left of where I'd usually be, yes. Feels a little bit bright to me now. Always notice on the Xbox the scenery is a little more cartoon-like than it is on the PC. I thought for a moment that was on my track. Vectron. Hang on, I have to say that right. Vectron. Everybody needs some Vectron. Again, Patriol61. Welcome back. Richie Rail says Lord Vectron and his posse of wagons. It's a pretty good way to describe the Vectron. Lord Vectron to you. Perhaps Darth Vectron. Sure, that would get me in trouble though. But it would make sense. The Xbox S is a little bit between a PS4 and a PS5. It's sort of halfway in the middle. So the main difference between the S and the X, which is the higher end version, is the graphics card and the amount of RAM you've got. The X and the PS5 are relatively similar in their graphic capabilities. PS5 to me is probably the closest to PC. If you watch British Ace's streams, he plays on a PS5 most of the time. So he and I are opposites. I play on a full-on gaming PC and a potato console, and he's got a full-on console and a potato PC. So what's the PS4 Pro? I don't know that the PS4 Pro is much faster than the PS4, to be honest with you. got a bit more RAM, and it's got better storage, I think. But I think I'd head... If you were heading in console direction, I reckon I'd be heading for the PS5. The only reason I've got Xbox is because Xbox Game Pass lets me play the games on the PC too. Oh, and Cipher at the same time. I love it when you get PZB and Cipher at the same time. Whoops. Oh dear. I'm doomed. Now I've done it. You know, before when I said I hadn't been whacked by PZB, I perhaps spoke a little early. We wait for the brakes to come off now. And take the throttle to off so we can reset. Excuse me. But a whole day of talking, finishing a whole night of talking. Peters plays on PS5, yes he does. Richie Rails says he uses PS5, it's smooth like butter. Yep, I agree. PS5 is a very good console. And Game Pass is a no-brainer indeed, Patriotal61. You don't pay very much, you get access to lots of stuff. And if you buy the right version of it, you can have it on both PC and console. Which is quite cool. I'm one of those weird people that has his console next to his PC, but, you know. And the only reason I have my console next to my PC is for streaming. And the other reason, well, it's not the only reason, there's two reasons. The other reason is I don't like pinching TVs from the family. Richie Rail says it's smooth like butter unless he plays New York Trenton. Yes, that route is a bit of a sufferer at the moment. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I'm about to go over 45. I can't afford to go over 45 right now. Because I'm in monitoring. I don't know if the regenerative braking will work at this speed, so I'll just keep an eye on my speed. I can't release from the restriction at the moment. Is brake one going to keep me below 45 or not? Yes, I think it is. Or is it? No, it's creeping up again. Patriol61 says it's not a German route without tripping PZB. This is true. I imagine if you use the system every day, and if you played it a lot, that building was a bit weird till we got closer. If you played it lots, I think it'd be fine. That building's a bit weird too, isn't it? Or is it really just weird? No, maybe it's just weird. No, there it goes. It's straightened up. It's an interesting curved platform back there. I think we should explore here, don't you? I think we should. I see a rogue forklift. Do you know why you shouldn't cross here? Because a driver like me might run over you. And interestingly enough, I think that actually turned into a pretty good stop. Weirdly. Climb down. I like all the junk and stuff around the place. Oh, look at that. I didn't include the crossing at all. Lovely. We've got a forklift sunk into the ground. That's unfortunate. And there's a collection of someone's Amazon parcels that have been pinched off a train. With old tyres buried in the dirt. Seems appropriate. No, you can't look through the window. I was hopeful for a moment. Do you reckon I'll have to climb up on this side? So this was clearly a platform at some point. Some random trackage here. I think my other half wants something. Just a moment, folks.
No, can I? Yeah.
She wants my work laptop.
Thank you.
Because she also works at the same company, but she doesn't have a work laptop.
It's your fault.
Sucks to be her. Giant snow bin. They're for salt, if I remember rightly. Don't walk into the pole. Let's go in through the door. Sit down. Close those doors. Hey. Actually, something I noticed in the cab car last night. This is going to be really annoying to try and do this. Yeah, no, I give up. I was going to try and set the destination. Alright, now we are still in monitoring, but I can release, so I will. Brakes off. When they come down, we shall run up. Yes, that is Mrs. Train Simulator Driver. You are correct. You should all keep your eyes peeled, because she's wandering around in an exercise bra. She's probably going to punch me now, I've said that. Actually, I'm safe. She's watching someone else's stream. It's all good. Ooh, that's a bit jiggly. Bit of wheel slip going on there. Coming past the signal. Kind of would have thought I'd have to acknowledge that one, but I guess not. Sifa. Yeah, it's been kind of interesting since she started at the same company I work for. Because half the time I used to find excuses to not go into work on the days that we're supposed to go in, but of course she has to go in 5 days a week, so... I kind of go in too. Wait. Not too fast, too fast. Oh, and I did those throttle off thing again. Mr. SWA is going to be mad at me. No, we don't actually work together. We work for different areas. I work in technology and she works in our call centre. I'd much rather work on railways full time, but you know, the pay's not there really. My Heritage Railway's got a full-time job going at the moment, but it's only about a third of what I get paid, so I can't do it, because I wouldn't be able to afford the house anymore. And that would make everybody sad, because they'd have to live in a box just so I could play trains every day. And they wouldn't be happy. Hufschlag. I was kind of wondering if that's narrow gauge, but it appears to join that railway, so it couldn't be. It's a little branch line. Where does it go? Nowhere is the answer to that. Took a little while for the eye adaptation to cut in there. Didn't realise I had another job. Yeah, I've got a job that pays my bills, and I've got a volunteer job that gives me fun. Damn it, that was Sifa, not... I thought I had to acknowledge that speed down, but it was Sifa. That's okay, we're not stopping. At least the dynamics are still working. I can come off those now anyway. Patriodal says that's the rough thing about finding something that doesn't pay as well as your current job. I don't have that. Yeah, it's I mean, it'd be a whole lot more fun to work on the railway, but I can't really do it. Much as I'd like to. Because I have to admit, it would be cool to drive trains and train other people. And get paid for it. That would be cool. On our way to Tiesendorf. It's very rural here. There's really not much going on. A few birds singing. A lot of trees. Let's go up in the sky a little bit. Oh, it's just lots of trees, really. And farms and fields. We are very much out of suburbia here. This dynamic brake's pretty good. It's a little too good. Right, Sifa. Sifa always reminds me of a cat. It yells at you until you pay it attention, then it ignores you. Coming up, so I suppose we should do something about that. Nice flanged wheel going around the corner. Not when you're outside though, that's weird. Only when you're inside. Missed a gratuitous bridge shot. Patriol61 says, technically you're doing that already, but on a game. Yeah, but I'm not getting paid to do it though. Make a little bit of money out of the YouTube channel, but it really is a little bit. It's not a lot by any means. Oops. Supposed to be doing 100. Hopefully I don't hit any speed magnets anywhere while I'm slowing this down, using only the dynamics, because I'm silly. It is steep here. Wheelie squealy round the corner. Hole 668. Patrol 61. Yes, the couch change. It is kind of like that. It gives me enough money each month that I can buy a game each month to play. That's about the extent of the income from YouTube. Richie Rail says, I heard that YouTube pays stacks. Oh, absolutely, yes. If you've got, 100,000 subscribers, it does. I do know a guy in the States that started a little channel repairing trucks and cars and things. And his channel's so successful he doesn't actually work anymore. He just does YouTube. But interestingly, he actually says that that's monumentally stressful and that he's thinking about going back to work part-time and doing YouTube part-time because his concern is if his YouTube viewership ever dries up, and it certainly could, it could go away in an instant, then he's got no income. I like the way that the light on Seeper just slowly ramps up. Quite nice. I think we better swap to real brakes. Otherwise, we're not stopping in this platform. See how good they are. They're feeling good. I'll come back a couple, I think. How close is it going to be? Is it? Is it? Oh. 15 meters over indeed. Looks like coils of steel. Is that an announcement? Wonder if we have any trains with coils of steel in the freight. I haven't looked at the freight services very much. I think we should. I think we should do a freight service next. I think that would be a good idea. It's been ages since I've done a German freight. Nigel says, looks like a great route. I'm out this morning, so we'll buy at lunchtime. Fair enough. Richie Rail says, Patrioto says, YouTube is a wild beast for a job. Yeah, it'd be kind of like being a professional rodeo clown. You're only as good as your last performance. Richie Rail says, YouTube monetization concerns me a tad, so I'll stick to my current job. I think that's a good idea. It did sound weird, Daniel, you're right. Gav said the announcement was loud. Did I leave this thing tapped up before? I must have. Let's just wait for it to tap down again. Right. Now we can go. Come on. Hold. Run up. Run up to 5, and then hold. Something about Gulatin. But, announcements in the game. That's good. We do keep saying we want more of that. So we should be happy when you get it. Yeah, Tees Valley... Maybe? One of the German routes does. Might be... Dresden-Riesa, I think, has steel freight. I think we might do some freight in a...
Vectron.
I should watch my meters when I do that. They probably go crazy. Richie says, talking of work, I have a meeting to attend now. Fun times. Catch you later. Enjoy yourself, Richie. Thanks for watching. And Gab said Tees does have steel rolls. That's good to know. Pretty sure it's Dresden Riese has steel as well. Playing a silly game trying to sit here right on the speed limit. It's generally a bad idea in German trains. "19" is the frame rate there. Let it pick up 8 or 9 Ks by itself. Trains, kits, etc. says only real way to make it work long term is take advantage of reviews to get sponsorship and shove all the sponsorship money into some investments that work long term. Indeed. Get the biggest payouts while you can. Yeah, because you have to assume, if you go down the path of using YouTube as a job, that it's going to be a short term thing. Because it's very fickle. It's time to properly pick up some speed. Sifa. Sifa tries to ruin my fun now that we're allowed to go fast. In fact, we're tapping up, but we're not accelerating. Did I still have a brake on? I must have. So we'll just run that back down. Let's change back to the air brake. Now that it's run down, I can safely go to throttle off. In my tutorial, I was going down to throttle off without waiting for it to run down, and that is apparently a naughty thing. Yeah, sponsorships can be decent. I don't have any. I don't know that I'd want any, to be honest. Because even though you could make cash out of it, I mean, you're sort of selling your soul, aren't you? Pushing my luck again. Is 3 enough? Yep, 3's enough. But I might want 4, so slow it down a little bit. And we'll go back to 3. Same with the building trade in some ways. Why so many builders sort of morphed into property renovation, then being landlords and selling up houses when the price goes up. Yep, they have to hold their stock. I get that. Just try and sit around 5 under the limit. Just to try and avoid the bad things. Ooh, we have real braking coming up. Hard braking. All the braking. Oh, and something just belted me because I didn't acknowledge that. Well, now we've got really hard braking. And an annoying buzzer. Oh, now I get what the Xbox sound problem is when it clips like that. Okay, we can get rid of the annoying buzzer now. Sigh. Professional train driving at its best, folks. And just wait for the brakes to release. We are waiting for that to go up. Above 4, it's starting to release the other brakes now. Very good. We shall crawl into the station with our tail between our legs. And down to half a bar. It should be safe enough to tap up now. Though, I don't think I went all the way to off. Wait for the tap down. Okay, back up. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Yay. I think we'll sit about there, because that'll bring our speed up anyway. Passengers will be going, what's going on? Why do we keep stopping? Yes, PZB was like, did you ask for hard braking? You are correct. It's about the only way to get harder than what I put on. Because I put on a full service and then it went to emergency. That's where the poor driver goes. Just got to watch my speed doesn't creep up because we are going downhill. Might go into the dynamic brake. Brake 2. Brake 3. Are we out of monitoring now? We are out of monitoring. Okay. We'll just keep rolling into the station though. There's not much point accelerating at this point. It's quite a big yard, this one, and the frame rate's actually quite good here. Why do I this yard so much better than the other yards? Because this is probably the more complex of all the yards. I notice there are less carriages around in the yard here on the Xbox than there are on PC. Because this is about the same time of day that I played a service on PC. Back on air brakes. Pretty happy with that stop. Let's go and have a look over the yard. No, these still look quite nice on the Xbox. Oops, 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 oops. Why is that backwards? I was a bit worried about how these would look on the Xbox, but they've come out alright. I think they're kind of the signature, this part of this station, so it's good that they look good. Got a few 4024s hanging around. We have, what are these ones? VTD.com. Enos. Yeah, this yard was full of freight on the PC at this time of day. Absolutely chockers. So here, there's only one token train. Now, back to the train. It's probably time to shut the doors. It is. Let's get the brakes off. Time for the clown horn. I'm back in monitoring. Come on, you. Okay. Let's go. Remembering to stay under 45. Do you think I will remember? Michael Leahy, how are you? Game's out today, mate. It is, what, 2030? The game should be out quite soon, actually. Unless you're on Steam, in which case, yeah, it might be out tomorrow. So that surprises me that I didn't have to acknowledge that signal. I would have thought I would, because that was not a clear signal. Shut up, Sifa. Patch Battle says, I think the amount of carriages thanks to frame rate more than the complex layout. It's a bit of both. A complex layout, if it's got a lot of signals, does tend to have frame rate problems. Are we allowed to speed up? Surely we're allowed to speed up by now. Yep. Monitoring's gone. As we head into Salzburg, we have got the neutral zone coming up, so I better power off. I don't want to go through here and blow my breaker like I did yesterday. There we go. We can power up again now. Because the thing's figured it out. It's all good. Oh yeah, the shortest bridge shot. With the foggy water. It's about time we had clear water. Lots of logs over here. We're coming up into a yard with a bit of freight in it. Frame rate's doing okay though. Yeah, frame rate's not bad. Quiet, Caesar. That's not too bad at all, the frame rate there. The station under construction. I'm not bothering to speed up because there's no point. Really. Where are you, Michael? Hey, C, how are you? If you're on Steam, the game should come out at about 3 o'clock in the morning, Melbourne time. If you're on consoles, it comes out in a few minutes, I believe. 30 minutes? Starting the very gradual slowdown. I'm doing well, thank you, C. Having fun playing a game. Got some good company while I do it. Through the quiet walls. Trying to keep the sound down for the locals. Stay in brakes, really. He says, gutted I missed your stream yesterday. I was out and about, couldn't get on. That's alright. Not a problem, mate. You can always watch it later anyway. I do let them all get recorded, so everybody can capture my embarrassing moments and poor driving ability for posterity. Why is my other half making a PC go beep, beep? You're making it beep.
Oh, sorry.
C says, I was on a German route yesterday and I actually had safeties on. I did okay. Caught a couple of times, but happy I stuck with it. That is excellent. Yeah, it bites you occasionally. When I'm not driving along with the chat, I do okay with PZB. But when you're driving with the chat, it's very difficult to do both. It's one of those things, like I could get a moderator to look after chat, but what's the point of that? Then I don't get to read it and interact with you, and that's why I do this. It's more fun. Because face it, why would you play these things if it's not fun? Welcome to Salzburg, Hochbahnhof, Austria. Home of the giant sausage. I might have made that up. Australia's home of the giant things. Giant prawn, giant pineapple, giant banana, giant orange, giant crab, giant sheep, the giant worm, the giant poo. The list goes on. There are hundreds of them. Every town's got a giant something or other. It's very colourful, Salzburg. You're going to recognise it? No, you're going to make me move. You are actually going to make me move 11 metres, aren't you? 11 metres. Daniel says he's finally starting to learn PZB. Excellent. I encourage everyone to have a crack at things like PZB. You might decide it's not for you, and that's perfectly okay. But give it a crack. Right then, and I think we should go for a little explore around here. Let's go for a bit of a fly. So over here we've got a whole lot of 402.4s in the yard. Good to see that this is still a somewhat populated yard on the Xbox. There is more on PC. The whole yard's pretty much full on PC. And there's a turntable here. I do like this turntable. I like the way they've done the electric power. I think this is quite unique. I haven't seen this anywhere else. But then again, I haven't really seen anywhere else using electric power with a turntable either. So clearly, they like to. We did pass at Freelassing Museum, and the museum has got trains in it. It's got a 103 sitting on the turntable most of the time. I don't know if it's always there. We've got the usual building drawing issues here and there. We have a helicopter somewhere. Very colourful city. Does it want me to shut the doors yet? It does. Let's do that. That'll be the end of this service, and I think, what do you think? Some freight? Florian, hello. How are you? C says, can I ask when it's safe to release restricted? Does that mean you stick to below 45? If you've got both lights flashing, then stick to below 45. Above that, it usually tells you what you're allowed to do, but generally get below 85. That's just for passenger PZB, though. It's different for freight. Combo Quick says there's no single track portion of this route. That's correct, there isn't. Daniel Robert Jout says, can you show me the map? Sure. I'd probably better get into a route first. Get into the route. Let's pick something with a bit of freight. Or should we do a freight scenario? Nah, let's do a Vectron. We need a Vectron. What do we got? What have we got? They're very late at night. We don't want nighttime runs. There we go. We'll do this one. Rastatt to Salzburg Part 2. Do part 1 first, maybe? Should do part 1 first, shouldn't we? It's a car train from Rosenhiem to Übersee. Alright, let's get rid of dynamic weather. It's not that I dislike dynamic weather or anything, I just don't want it to interfere with the watchability of the route. So we'll have a look at the map as soon as we get in here. Right, map. So that's the, where are we? Down here in the freight yard, then we follow the line up. Whee. Round the big corner. More corners. Little branch off there, and up the other end. So it's, you know, it's not a really short route. It's not monstrous. There's even more. Wait, there's more. Another big yard. And another big yard. And some more yards. There you go. Plenty of yards. So, let's play. It's been ages since I've driven the Vectron. I hope I don't mess this up. Brake key is the thing to start with, isn't it? In the Vectron. Which is called the master key. Good. And reverser. Where are you? So I think I've got the rail driver. It's easy. Left doors. No, we don't want any doors. There is a reverser somewhere. Brake release. That's brakes and... We might put lights on while we're here. High beams, of course. Dazzle everybody. Oh, there's the reverser. It's that thing. Okay. And is it ready to go? Not yet. So let's get up. Where is PZB and CFRA on this thing? Over here somewhere, maybe? Or are they in... Can you go in through the door? No, you can't. So they must be out here, unless they're in the other end. They're in the other end, maybe. It's been a while since I've been on a Vectron. Unless it is one of these. No. Oh, hang on. Switches. There we go. CFA. And PZB. There's no point turning on LZB. This route doesn't have it. Ooh. Pretty. Headlights. And parking brake release. It probably wasn't on anyway. Okay. Sit. Right. We should be able to drive. We've got a green signal. This thing has got cruise control, doesn't it? You've got to turn FB on first though, don't you? Or can I just use it? We'll find out soon enough. 40 we want. Sounds promising. It's doing something. Yes. Now, is AFB actually on? No, it's not. Because there's no little dot on the speedo. So there must be something else I have to do. Ah, you just tap it. No, we still don't have a little dot. So there must be a switch to turn AFB on somewhere. I should look at chat, shouldn't I? They probably go bonkers going, it's over there! Oh, I remember where it is. Hang on. Let's bring the throttle down. And let's bring AFB off, because you've got to go here, don't you? It's 9, I think. Oh. Set the train brake cutout button to cut in. Is that one? Right. Wouldn't have moved anyway. Couldn't. Come on, come on. This is so tedious. How do you console people do this? I can tell chat's going nuts. Going, get on with it. Come on. Alright, let's go with rough adjustment. Now let's try and get onto it. Come on. No. Can I just press it on the keyboard? No. Alright. Yay! Right. Told you it's been a while since I've driven the Vectron. And away we go. More throttle. Please press the confirm button. Thank you. Thank you, driver's hint. And yes, we now have 40 set. Don't have any throttling action. Was that because I throttled up too early or something after setting AFB? How about now? You gonna get some throttle action? No. Brakes aren't on, are they? The brakes were on. What a douchebag. Okay. Now we can do it. Yes! There you go. You've just watched a monkey learn how to drive. Catching up with chat. How is the overall performance on the Xbox? On the Xbox S, it's a bit low, I have to say. Mid-20s I find kind of acceptable, but we're dipping down into the high teens occasionally. Daniel says, I think the dynamic weather is getting a bit tedious. It could do with being worked on. C says, I agree, Daniel. Needs to be more serve, or that makes realistic drive into a storm or something. And thank you, Patriotle61. C, right, Paul, I need to go to hospital with the missus. Baby hasn't moved as much. We're going for a checkup. Oh, I hope everything's okay, C. Really do. Daniel says it starts lightning too often. Surely you can have heavy rain without lightning. And Florian says, oh, yeah, it's a pain. I wish the PS5 was mouse compatible. Oh, that's true. I could plug in a bloody mouse, couldn't I? It's an Xbox. But I didn't. Safe to release, so I can set my speed up higher now. Well, there's no point turning on LZB, Mr. Driver Assist, because this route doesn't have it. Sifa, come on. Stop it getting on there. For God's sake. Sifa. Right. I hate you, Sifa. Just saying. Oh, I've got to be monitoring now too, aren't I? Am I? No, I won't be. No, because that wasn't PZB that belted me, that was Sifa. So, let's put this up. Well, now we're in the 50 zone anyway. Throttle off. You should be able to throttle back on. Don't like the way the keys and things flicker like that. It is going to power. Very good. I'm only allowed to do 50. More power. I think you can use... Is it R and F or F and G? Yeah, it's F and R maybe? Yes. There we go. That's better. You can use the keys. Ooh. Vectron flickery on the Xbox. There you go. Does that answer your question? So it's a bit of a slideshow, this train. A new Xbox has been announced, so I'm kind of hoping that that will make the current Xbox X cheap enough that you'd think about getting one. Oh, I haven't pressed the bloody button, have I? I've got to press the button too. So you can use the keys, but then you have to press the button. We're allowed to go to 100 now. But I'm only going to set it for 80 because we've got an 80 coming up. And push the button. There's probably a key to push that button. You would kind of hope. Sifa. Hopefully everything will be okay with C. Colours look nice at this time of day. 6:53 in the morning. It's a long train for a German one. What if I've got motion blur turned on? Gratuitous bridge shot. That sounds a little manky. Allowed up to 140 shortly. Shift R, Florian. We shall give that a crack. Because we're about to be allowed to go faster. The Vectron's pretty good at maintaining its speed. You can actually set it at the speed limit, and it does a nice job of maintaining it. I'm just going to see if I've got motion blur turned on. No! Thanks. No, no, this way. Thank you. Yes, good. Right. Stupid thing to have restart as the default. I thought it was in display, but we don't have display. Motion blur is on. Bye-bye, motion blur. That might help. Okay. Apply. And escape out of here. Help the frame rate a little bit, but it doesn't look much better. Turning off motion blur on PC is really good. Allowed to do 100. Oops. Come down one. And Shift R, you reckon? Yep, that did it. Powering up with the Vectron. Is the stream frozen? No, it's alright. I'll probably be able to, when the new Xbox comes out, I'll probably be able to pick up a second-hand Xbox X, because, you know, people want the latest and greatest, and I don't really care. So if we look right at it, it won't flicker. No, it does. Don't like that much. At least the overhead does look better on consoles these days. Used to look quite bad. I'm just going to hop up and close my curtains since it's getting dark, and it's safe because I've just pressed... Hey! What the? My keyboard's not working. Oh, we got that again. God damn it. Go on, Vectron. Power up. I thought I pressed Q, but I accidentally pressed Tab. Come on, you gonna power up? Do I have to throttle you off and back on again? I do, don't I? Yep, there we go. Won't give it 100% though. Let's see if I can get this right this time. Let's go and just close my curtains. Let's press CIFA. hit Seaford again yet? Looks like maybe. Oh, it is speeding up. It's kind of late here. Seaford. Reward earned. Ooh. I'm sure I've driven the Vectron more than that, though. I suppose we're not going faster, given we're going downhill. Maverick, the train thinks I'm naughty. Yes. Maverick says, very sad the brilliant Vectron doesn't get enough love. I like the Vectron. It's really cool. It's a good loco. Florian loves it too. And yes, I am naughty. And a Pebcac error. You are correct. Ever thought about playing Star Trek Online? It's not really my sort of thing, Star Trek Online. Watch Star Trek, but haven't played the game. You want to get a setup tour video of which train? The Vectron or something else? Because I have got one for the Vectron. And I've done one for the 111. There is an error in the one I've done for the 111 though. I am teaching people to throttle off rather than tap down and then throttle off. So I'll probably record a new tutorial and replace it. But for the moment it's there. Many pantographs of the Vectron. I wonder if the back of that train's past the other 110 sign yet. Let's have a look. Kilometers to Übersee. Sad only being allowed to do 100. Oh, in real life. For the steam engine. I've done a few little ones. A setup tour for the steam engines I fire. There's a few shorts on my channel. We've got a little bit about it. I have been recording the last few fire-ups on a GoPro, so one day I will get around to producing a video. The shorts I kind of just put up, but a long-form one I'll have to get it checked and get permission from the railway, because they kind of don't like videos much. Still limited to 100. That must be our PZB settings. I shall leave that alone though. There'll be some poor passenger train stuck behind us. Oh, my gaming setup. Yeah, I could probably do that sometime. It's a bit hard to do at the moment, but yeah, I could. It doesn't show you my monitor, does it? It doesn't show you what I'm looking at. I'll have to clean my desk though before I do a tour. It's a bit messy. It's a bit too crowded. No acknowledge required, it seems. Probably because we're already doing 100, I guess. One and some Dostos going the other way. Keep the motion blur off, things are just blurring into each other anyway. Because it's not actually drawing enough frames. Full motion video needs a minimum of 24. 28 is more acceptable. It's like most gaming setups, I have lights everywhere. That's why I keep changing colour. So I can show you it in one way, I suppose. I can do this. I can do a selfie. I go wider. Get my finger out of it. Use that for brightness. There you go. That gives you some idea. Oh, it's hard to see, isn't it? Very hard to see. I'll put it on my forehead, then it'll be fine. So if I bring my forehead up here... There you go. Used to that stick being reversed. Vectron. It's a bit of a slow route for the old Vectron. Rail Abel, hello, how are you? If you jump on my Discord, Maverick, there's a, if you're not already, there's a link in the channel page. I can post a picture there. But like I said, I'll tidy up my desk a bit. I think this route does need a little bit of optimization for the Xbox S, I really do. Car. Come on, Vectron, slow it down. Oops. Whack the button on the desk. Yeah, there isn't a Discord command. I should put one in, shouldn't I? Let me find the link. My channel page. Should be able to get the link out of here. Community, I think. No? Where is it? Oh, right, there we are. Link to my Discord. Rail Label says, is it possible to drive the BR612 on Snellfast Castle Wurzburg? I see them in the depot sometimes. I don't think there's any services, but you know, in free roam you can do whatever you want. So just plonk it down on the route in front of another train and go for it. Or you can create a scenario, of course. Whether that's traditional or using the editor. Good to see the cars running on the correct side of the road for the location. Come on, I want to go over the other side. Ah. It's kind of the shot I wanted. No flashing thing on the back of that train, is there? $11Ks to Ubersea. Patronal says, I thought I would try doing the BR101 on Preston Blackpool. Forgot how bad I was at braking with lap brakes. No, they're not too bad. That's the braking I have on the trains that I'm in. I do like the Westinghouse brake. Once you get the hang of it, it can be a little bit of a challenge. Or are you thinking of the British Rail 101? That's with lapped vacuum brakes. They're a little bit different. No gate on that crossing. I think the frame rate is a bit better around here with our happy Vectron. Speed zones to slow down for, and you don't even have to bother. Needs to know, do they work? Ooh. Wow, that was a quick snap, wasn't it? Oh, there must be another train coming. I assume. No? Well, that's pretty weird. They just fall down again, but they're not running now. Brody Train and Bus Vlogs. Hello there. Welcome. And Patrollo says, yes, the British Rail one. I quite like the 101. It's really good with the rail driver. It's a nice implementation of it. Been torturing the poor Vectron. More grunt. Use all your grunt, Vectron. All of it. $260 kilonewtons of force. Excellent. Pump it. Look at the power graph. Massive. So working hard. Pulling 1,045 kilowatt hours from the overhead. 1,045. And if you think about that at 30 cents per kilowatt hour, that's what we pay for electricity. Don't know what you guys pay. Welcome to the Discord, Rail Able. You should automatically get set a role. You get asked a question that says, do you like trains? And when you say yes, it gives you a role. If you don't answer the question, you don't get one, because clearly you shouldn't be there if you don't like trains. Please be nice on my Discord, because it's got a lot of children on it. And even though sometimes they're not nice. So... imagine some clown getting up there trying to steal all those copper straps. So what do you lot think? Should I keep going? Or should I finish it? Have you got any suggestions? Anything you want to see? Just that I haven't had dinner yet. Should probably think about starting to slow down, shouldn't I, with 3 kilometres to go. Patrol61 says, probably a good idea to eat. Well, it's not a bad idea to eat. It's never a bad idea. Well, maybe it is a bad idea. Probably due in about 3 months. I think I was naughty. Yes, thank you.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Spanking complete. Which I might go to 40. Sigh. Oh, I was allowed to go. I just wasn't patient enough. Maverick says driving the Vectron on Castle-Wurzburg right now on a night run in the snow. That sounds nice. Yes, PZB has kind of told me to stop because I was naughty. It's only a 0.2% gradient, Vectron. You can do it. Come on, Vectron. There it goes. Can't blame chat that time. I wasn't reading chat. I just wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the speed signs thinking I need to slow down. So I had commenced that process. Just clearly not enough. And not quick enough. And I didn't acknowledge. So it whacked me. Now I'm in monitoring. Yes, Daniel Robert Jowett, you have the commands. Oh, is the bot dead?
Zugbeeinflussung.
I think the bot's dead, Daniel. We'll have to see what happened to it. Oh, I know what happened to the bot. I changed my password. I haven't re-registered the bot. I should. I should probably stop speeding up, shouldn't I? Because I'm actually supposed to stop soon. Yeah, I changed my password, Daniel, and on the Google account, and I probably haven't given it to the bot. Because the bot doesn't keep your password, but you need to log in once with the password so that it can get to your account. I thought Nightbot was a bit quiet lately. I have to go and find it and fix it. Gotta remember how. Actually, I think I've seen it work on a stream recently, giving the chat information. Weird. We are coming up to red signals, which always makes you just a little bit nervous. Quiet, you. Hey, C. How are things? It was all right? 500 hertz magnet. I wonder if that 200 meters is further away than that red light. Because I can't go past the red light. Not really. There's Grip It and Rip It Sam in the farming simulator waiting on the other side of the fence for us there. Quiet, Sifa. I was actually flying along in one of my practice runs And I was coming up to a red signal and I couldn't stop. And then Sifa put the emergency brakes on and it stopped it quicker than I could. And I thought, yes. Lots of brakes. Oh, that's very good news, see? Very, very good news. Gold medal. Glod, as they say. I think there's one more thing we need to do, and then I'll call it quits. We need... $6.58? No, $6.51. Let's do this one. Freelancing to Strabwalken. And you know what? We're going to go January. And we're going to go custom weather. We're going to go snowstorm. Come on. Snowstorm. That's what we want. Lovely. Go. Seems fair. You know, I like they use Bitly to make the link really short, and then they put in a really long link, TSW, download your add-ons. It's clever. Right. Key. Active and breaky thingy. I think I can open the doors now, actually. Good. And put it in drive. We want... Try and remember where everything is on this train. Sander, no. Train lights are on, good. Instrument lights, want them. Train lights, cab desk light, don't care about that. Actually, I might put the desk light on because it's a bit dark, isn't it, out there? Cab light? No. Desk light? Not even that's boring. Let's just keep it off. Stop it. Right. Now, where's my headlights? I don't think it's any of those. Must be on the back wall. Ooh, there's people in there. Where's headlights? None of those look like headlight switches to me. Now I need wipers. God, where are the wipers? Muster controller. What's that? Wipers. That's what we want. Okay. Wait till 6:53. It's time. Lockens the doors. Refusing entry. Right. Oops. Forward. Go. Go. Oh, it is going. Haven't driven a 4024 for a while. I don't have headlights right, do I? Oop, another red signal. Whee! Whee! Brakes, 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 brakes. No, we're screwed. Doof. That was painful. Let's do that again. Ever thought of trying Microsoft Flight Simulator? I have. I used to play it when it was old. I haven't tried the current version. I used to crash often enough then. Alright, let's try that again. Let's not be so eager this time. Master switch active. Get this thing in. Train brake to drive. Windscreen wipers. Come on. This is such a pain in the ass with a controller, it really is. Right. Let's go and put on the whacking stick. So all those people in there are going, geez, feels like deja vu. I don't know what happened. Right. In the chair. Now, we want... Where's instrument lights? Desk light dimmer, no. Instrument lights. One of these must be headlights. Oh, that's the reverser. Where are the headlights? Anyone know where the headlights are in this thing? It's not the H button. No. Where are they? There's got to be a switch for them somewhere. Up, maybe? No, not up here. Oh well, we'll just drive with tail lights. Headlights are back left. On here or on the back wall? That's all the PZB stuff. Must be on the back wall then. Alright, let's go have a look. No. Unless they're around the corner. No. Are they on here maybe? I thought I looked at all of those. None of those really look like headlights, unless it's that one. What's that one? Ah! Red? White. Right. Good. There we go. Headlights both ends? No. Headlights. Aha! We are victorious, I think. So, back right. Yep, headlights. Good. Okay, lock doors. And this time don't drive into the red signal like an idiot. Oh, I did controls the passenger doors. Pretty sure I did. Go on, you. Away we go! Yeah, they were on the back right. Ended up. Why are we waiting? Something coming, maybe? Yeah, there is. There's a train coming in. Hello.
Hi, are you going to be much longer?
Hey.
Will you be streaming much longer?
Not much longer. Why?
I want to test, I can do it tomorrow. I want to test my headset and see how it sounds.
Did I not put it in drive? Oh, release. Okay. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Right, there we go. This train and I are having a good time. Really good time. quiet, this train, isn't it? Turn it up. Is it loud enough for you guys? Oh, she's lucky. The camera didn't see her. It's dark enough. Sifa. It's a rude Sifa. I like the Vectron one. It's refined. Why? Why? Why did PCB whack me and why did my instruments get bright? I don't understand that. I wasn't going too fast. I had nothing to acknowledge. Screw the bright instruments. There must be a way to turn them down, but who cares? What happened then? What was that? And everything's bright now. Is that a bug or did I ask something up? The water has noise. I can hear water. I like that. Well, I shouldn't have to release. It's just... I wasn't in monitoring, though. I don't know what happened there. Oh, yeah. We went through the neutral zone, didn't we? So the circuit breaker's probably one of these. Come on, not there. There. Yeah, there. Action motor blower. Main circuit breaker. There we go. I don't like this one, Sifa, very much. Yeah, I could have been in monitoring, it's possible. It was about that speed. Should go faster, but I'm slightly concerned about stopping in the snow. Because it's a bit slippy. Well, that seems to be doing alright. Quiet, Sifa. I shouldn't have had to acknowledge a signal that went green. And it was a while after that, so I think maybe it was monitoring. And I didn't worry about how well it brakes in the snow, because it brakes excellently in the snow. Too excellently, probably. It's a record for me. I'm only 3 minutes late at the first station. Snow worries, that's bad. You distracted me. Now I'm stopping late. Will it recognize it? Yep. All good. Now, just while that's doing that, let me see what's up with Nightbot. Oh, I know what's wrong with Nightbot. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Can't see it. Can't see what I need here. There it is. Yeah, I know what's happened to Nightbot. Okay. Alright. Let's see if it works now. Let's see what happens. No, Nightbot's still not working. Weird. Maybe we have to fire Nightbot. They could have an outage or something, I suppose. Let's see if they've got any outage notes. But it wasn't logged in. I've added it. Integrations to... Ah! Integrations look alright. Dashboard. Channel. But should already have the rights it needs. I don't know what's going on there. I'll look at it later. I'll just drive the train now. Otherwise we're going to stop outside the station. Nightbot, that was your fault. Now we are in monitoring. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's stop embarrassing myself. Let's go back to the chat. Don't try and check your integrations while you're actually streaming. It's a bad idea. Alright, folks. Welcome to the Austrian version of Alaska.
Bitte achten Sie auf den Abstand Bahnsteigkante.
Waiting. Hey, Nightbot's alive. Woohoo! It was what I thought. It lost access because I couldn't, because I had changed my password and I had not logged back into Nightbot, its OAuth token had timed out. And why did I change my password and change my two-factor and various other things? It's because someone was trying to get into my account. Just noticed I was in monitoring. Just in time. I still think this train sounds like a modern tram more than a train. Siva. That'll do. You can stop now. Are there any collectibles here? Go look. Hello. Hi. How you doing? Having fun? Good. Don't see anything. Route map? Wait, that's right. It's double-sided. Plant pot. There's got to be a first aid kit somewhere, surely. I can hear a train coming. No, that looks like it for this station, unless it's downstairs. Which I'm not going to do right now. Let's get back in the train. Looks like our PIS might have given up the ghost, though. It's foggy in the train. That's vaguely amusing. We'll leave the door open. Maybe they want to come and say hello. Yes, Nightbot's back. Alright, let's go and try and remember I am still in monitoring. Salzburg, Bahnhof, next and last stop. It's keeping a bit of an eye on the speed. Crossing all the tracks. Aren't we spoiled? We get to hold everybody up. So I could not run PZB and Seeper and have a much smoother stream, but, you know, it's more fun being an idiot. Looks like the morning light's starting to fight its way through the storm. Well, it's quite nice, doesn't it? I like that. It's like the sun's going, get out of the way, storm. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anybody else. This is the last stop of tonight's stream. Salzburg Hochbahnhof, the colourful city. We might have to go and visit down in that little mall down there, I think. We need to have a look. So before I finish the route, we'll go down there. Quiet, Seafy, you're not getting me now. Alright. Doors open. Now, let's go and have a look down in that little mall downstairs, assuming we can get down there. Last stop. Get off. Go on, get out. Go away. Let's go down here and get coffee and cookies. There you go. Coffee and cookie shop. Oi, don't just walk in front of me. Give me cookie. Cookie. Come on, I want a cookie. Cookie and coffee. Come on, hurry up. Come on. God. Well, no coffee and cookie for me. Well, that's it for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the route on Xbox S. Yeah, eating at 12 minutes to 10. It's a good idea. It's really good for you. But that's okay. Anyway, folks, enjoy yourselves. Thank you very much for hanging around. Thank you for the engaging chat, as always. And for the couple of people that just joined, rewind. You can go back to the beginning. All right, enjoy yourselves. See you later. Have fun. Bye now. And that one.